For this explanation, I will be explaining the partial products method of multiplication. So the story problem for this explanation is Sally had 26 dogs and each dog had 14 toys. So how many toys did Sally have in all? So the definition of multiplication tells us that A groups times B objects will get you the total amount of objects in all. So for this instance, the dogs represent one group. Each dog represents one group. And the 14 toys represent how many objects are in one group. So this tells us that we need to multiply. So we'll set it up like the common method, 26 times 14, but we're going to be using the partial products method. So the first step in this is to figure out which column is your ones and which column is your tens column. To do this, we break down the number 26 and the number 14. So the number 26 can be seen as 2 tens and 6 ones, because 2 tens is equal to 20 and 6 ones makes it 26. So we know that this is the tens column and this is the ones column. Same for 14, it's 1 10 and 4 ones, so that's 14. So we can label this as the tens column and label this as the ones column. So the first step is to start with the ones column. So we're gonna cover this and we're going to do 26 times 4. So the first step is to do 4 ones times 6 ones equals 24. And so you always write it out to the side what you did so you can keep track of it. So 4 ones times 6 ones is what we did. Then you're going to finish with your ones column. So you're going to do 4 times 2, but this really isn't just 4 times 2. It's 4 ones times 2 tens, or 4 times 20. And this way, the partial product method helps kids see that this isn't just a 2, this is actually a 20 because it's in the tens place value. So we are going to do 4 times 2 tens and get 80. 4 ones times 2 tens equals 80. The next step is to go to the tens column. So this shows us that it's 1 10 times 6 ones. So that's actually 10 times 6, or 60. So we will put that there. And remember when you're down here to keep the place values lined up, because that will be important later on. So the ones values are going to be lined up, the tens place values are going to be lined up, and the hundreds place values will be lined up. So then the next step is to finish with the tens column. So we have 1 10 times 2 tens, or 10 times 20, which is 200. So we will line those up. So the next step is to add up all the products that you just got from multiplying these numbers. So we'll start in the ones place value. 4 ones plus 0 ones plus 0 ones plus 0 ones equals 4. So the 4 is in the ones place value. 2 tens plus 8 tens equals 10 tens, plus 6 more tens equals 16 tens. So what we do for this, 16 tens is also equal to 160. So because we have 106 tens, we will leave the 6 in the tens place value, but regroup the 1 into the hundreds place value. So the 6 goes into the tens place value, but we regroup the 1 into the hundreds place value up here so that it aligns with this hundreds place value. So we will do 1 plus 2 to get 300, because that's actually 100 plus 2 hundreds equals 3 hundreds. So we have 3 in the hundreds place, 6 in the tens place, and 4 in the ones place to get an answer of 364 toys that Sally has in all.